ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਮੁੱਦਾ USA ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਹਾਰਦਿਕ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਰੂਪਰੇਖਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਵੱਖਰੀ ਲੱਗੇਗੀ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਵੱਖਰੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸਮਰਪਿਤ ਹੈ ਇੰਡੀਅਨੈਪੋਲਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ FedEx ਦੀ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਰੇ ਗਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ 8 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਫਲਸਫੇ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਮਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੋਲੀਬਾਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ 8 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੌਤ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ 8 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 4 ਸਿੱਖ ਸਨ, ਪਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਫਲਸਫੇ 'ਤੇ ਚੱਲਦਿਆਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਮੂਹਕ ਮ੍ਰਿਤਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡਾ ਸ਼ਰਧਾਂਜਲੀ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਲੋਕਸ ਸਟੇਡੀਅਮ ਇੰਡੀਅਨੈਪੋਲਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਯੋਜਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਈਟ ਹਾਊਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਇੰਡੀਆਨਾ ਦੇ ਗਵਰਨਰ ਤੱਕ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਿਰਕਤ ਕੀਤੀ। ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਸਟੇਟਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਚੁਣੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਸੰਦੇਸ਼ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਸੁਣਾਏ ਗਏ। ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਇੰਡੀਆਨਾ ਦੇ 8 ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਉੱਪਰ ਇਸ ਸਮਰਪਿਤ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਨੇ। ਆਉਂਦੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਡੇ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਾਰਵਾਈਆਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਸੇਧ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਰੰਭੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਸਥਾਵਾਂ ਯੂਨਾਈਟਿਡ ਸਿੱਖਸ, ਸਿੱਖ ਕੋਲੀਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਸਾਲਡਫ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਵੱਡੇ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਕੀਤੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿਛੜ ਗਈਆਂ ਰੂਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਮੂਹ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ, ਵਲੰਟੀਅਰਸ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਰਕਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਉਲੀਕਿਆ ਹੈ। ਆਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਵੀਂ ਸੇਧ ਲਏਗਾ ਤੇ ਸਿਰ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਲ ਲੱਭੇਗਾ। ਆਓ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਇਹ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਸੇਧ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੋਂ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Greetings and thank you everyone for attending. So, Ardas is a supplication before the Almighty. And I'm going to sum it up very quickly because of time constraints. So, in the Sikh Ardas, we thank those who gave up their today so we may have a more robust future. We thank those who gave their heads so we may hold ours high. We thank those who gave their time so our future and our present could be lived to its potential. We thank the Almighty for gracing us, for blessing us, and for having mercy on us, for taking care of us, for providing for us, and to always shower mercy upon His creation. We thank the Almighty for being present in our lives, and we ask the Almighty that we may always remember Him to be present in our lives. And we sum it up by saying, Tere Pane Sarbat da Pala, Nanak Naam Chardhi Kala, Tere Pane Sarbat da Pala. O Nanak, in your name, in ever increasing spirits, ever increasing power, that you bless all of us, that you grace all of us with positivity and with a robust future. So indeed, we ask the Almighty ki waqai tere pane sarbat da pala, to bless this gathering, to bless the families, and to bless each and every one of us so we can carry the legacy forward. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Governor Eric Joseph Holcomb to come to the podium and share his thoughts.
It's days like this, afternoons like this, sadly, when we come together to honor lives. Lives that have been so suddenly and unexplainably taken from us. These days are hard, beyond hard. That's why I'm so grateful to each and every one of you that has gathered here today in this loving expression of solidarity.
My co-host Gurvinder Singh, who will be reading a letter sent from Congressman Andre Carson.
Representative Carson, for the 7th District of Indiana, states, "Dear friends, it is with heavy hearts that we remember those who lost their lives in the senseless act of violence at the FedEx facility on April 15th, 2021. Our entire city was devastated by this tragic event where 8 lives were lost and 5 wounded. As we honor and celebrate our loved ones we have lost, we are reminded of the power that comes from gathering as one community. And I am grateful to the greater Indianapolis Sikh community for once again gathering us together to honor the lost. I know we will all continue to draw strength and comfort by relying on each other during this extremely sad and difficult time. We must do more to end gun violence in Indianapolis and across our nation. As your member of Congress, I promise that I will keep pushing for common sense reforms that honor those we have lost and save lives in the future. Sincerely, Andre Carson."
What thoughts and what words are being said at the White House regarding the massacre on April 15th? Ms. Erica Moritsugu.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to share this space here today with you, and I'm humbled to bring a message from the President of the United States. To the people of Indianapolis, I share the heartbreak you are experiencing after such senseless violence pierced your community and our nation's soul once again. The innocent lives that were taken were mothers and fathers, wives and husbands, sisters and brothers, daughters and sons. They were our friends and neighbors. They were immigrants and fellow Americans seeking their own piece of the American dream. Together we mourn for them. We also know their loss leaves unanswered questions, broken hearts, and deep, gripping sorrow. To the families left behind, I know nothing I can say will fill the void of their absence, but I want you to know that Jill and I, and the country, are thinking of you and keeping you in our hearts. I also extend my deepest condolences to the Sikh community, whose resilient spirit and dedication to helping others is a source of strength and comfort for so many, even as they grieve their own unacceptable losses. And to the broader community gathered here today, it is up to all of us, all Americans, to stand up against violence, give hate no safe harbor, and find purpose worthy of the lives we lost and the lives we can save. Let us stand together for justice and for love. Let us be there for one another. Let us heal these wounds and unite as one nation. May God bless you, and may God bless your loved ones who are gone but not forgotten. Sincerely, Joe Biden.
He is the first Attorney General among the 50 states. I request that we play the video message from Attorney General Gurbil Garewal's office.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। We come together today, many of us in person, some of us virtually, to remember 8 incredible individuals taken from us on April 15th in an act of hateful and senseless violence. We remember women and men as young as 19 and as old as 74. And we honor their memories. They were Matthew Alexander, Samaria Blackwell, Amarjit Kaur Johal, Jasvinder Kaur, Amarjit Kaur Sekhon, Jasvinder Singh, Carly Smith, and John Weiser. May Waheguruji bless their souls and comfort all those affected by this tragedy. I offer my sincerest condolences to each of you, their families, and their loved ones. 4 of those who we lost were from the Sikh community in Indianapolis. And after they were murdered, I learned that Jasvinder Kaur and Amarjit Kaur Sekhon were my distant relations. Jasvinder Kaur was a mother of 2 and known in the community for her generosity and benevolence towards all. That night was supposed to be the last time she was going to be at that FedEx facility. She had planned to stop working there. Amarjit Kaur Sekhon was a mother and the primary breadwinner of her family. She and Jasvinder Kaur were related by marriage, meaning that tragically, this extended family lost 2 members that fateful day. The loss that so many of us are experiencing right now is, simply put, devastating. In a moment like this, there are simply not enough words to bring comfort to all affected by this tragedy. Nor are there enough words to fill the voids left in so many lives and households, or to replace the darkness and sadness that so many have experienced over the last 2 weeks with light and uplifting feelings. While there are not enough words to do any of that, there are certainly things that we can do and things that we must do. And it starts by coming together as we are today as a community, an interfaith community, to send a strong message to those that may seek to divide us by using violence and hate, that they've failed, that we've instead responded by coming together, powerfully acknowledging that we here treat an act of hate against any one of our communities as an act of hate against all of our communities. Well, let's all commit to leaving here with the spirit of Chardi Kala, the relentless optimism that Gurbani teaches us. And if we do all of that, we can overcome the challenges and pains of this moment and overcome whatever obstacles we may face in the future as we work together towards a safer, fairer, and more just society. That's how we can truly honor the memories of those 8 precious lives we've lost. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
We've had a message of solidarity from a mayor in Kent, Washington. We've had a video message of solidarity from a mayor in Hoboken, New Jersey. Now will we have a live message of solidarity, and we thank you for your patience. I would like to welcome the mayor, the great city of Indianapolis, Mayor Hogsett, please.
My name is Joe Hogsett, and I am the mayor of Indianapolis. I am also your brother, and I am also your servant. My deepest thanks to the local Sikh community for giving me the opportunity to join in this remembrance. After such a traumatic event, I am grateful for moments like this one, when we can see one another, when we can speak to one another, even if it is speaking to share our grief. And while none of us bear the full weight of this event, quite like the families of those we have lost, today shows many things, but one thing above all else. When gun violence takes life, it affects us all. A message to anyone who feels threatened by this act simply because of who they are. And the message is this: you are welcome in Indianapolis. You are welcome here. And it is the responsibility of every one of our residents to make sure you know that to be true. My name is Joe Hogsett, and I am the mayor. I am your brother.
Next representative has come all the way from Houston. He's a great philanthropist, a Sikh activist, a scientist, and a great American citizen, Dr. Hardam Singh Azad.
To all those who are still with us after 3 hours of speeches and videos, if you noticed, they were all sympathizers of the Sikh community, but not Sikhs themselves. So it would be appropriate for me as a first Sikh speaker to thank all those who came here to show solidarity with us. Sometime I have heard among about 700,000 Sikhs that call United States home today, and about 25 million Sikhs worldwide, we are a force to contend with, but the first generation immigrants are afflicted with a disease typically that's called Sanuki. They don't get involved. I know there are many more Sikhs that reside in Indianapolis than even at the peak were in these stands. But those who are here ought to recognize that they are among still the pioneers. Yes, when occasions like this, tragic occasions they are, when they happen, we get together for what purpose? Yes, many speakers told us the purpose is to console the families, celebrate those who are gone, console the individuals that are still recovering from their injuries. But there is another important aspect. We are an important part of this fabric of a great nation that is right now going through a new test. And I wanted to educate us who are here a little bit on that sort of thing. So I'm a little bit different from the other speakers so far in that regard.
Thank you once again. And as we conclude today's event, we would like to tell you that the video that we attempted to play earlier with the message from Valerie Carr, it beautifully put together. Sat Sri Akal. As you exit your way, if you could just stand up and keep your eyes on the screen and spend your next 5 to 6 minutes to receive the message from Valerie Carr, we will once again be grateful gratefully thankful to you guys, and thank you so very much. We do express our sincere gratitude. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I was just putting my girls to bed, and as Sikhs have done nightly for centuries, we sang Sohila. And one line stuck with me. Tum gavo mere nirpo ka Sohila. Ho vari jit Sohile, sada sukh hoye raho. Sing the song of my fearless one. I sacrifice myself to that song. That is eternal joy. Fearlessness in the face of hate. Joy in the face of terror.
My father was a farmer from a rural village in Punjab. My mother was also a farmer. And I recall one of the fondest memories that I have about him is how deep he used to dig his hands into the soil. If this is a land that is formed from genocide, colonization, slavery, then we must all become like our ancestors, like my father, and all become farmers. And we need to dig our hands so deep in this soil that we change the bedrock and the foundation of this country going forward for our children.
I am here to stand in solidarity with my Sikh family. I am here to bring visibility to my Asian kindred because I know, as a product of the Black church tradition, that our well-being, our flourishing, and indeed our liberation are tied together.
We will not forget the beautiful lives we lost in Indianapolis last week, and that we will stand with you together for as long as it takes, today, tomorrow, until we can have true justice and healing in this country.
ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਜਾਂ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਦੋਂ ਅਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਸਮੂਹਕ ਗੋਲੀਬਾਰੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਘਟਨਾਵਾਂ ਰੁਕਣਗੀਆਂ। ਇਨ੍ਹਾਂ 8 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੌਤ ਨੇ ਇੰਡੀਆਨਾ ਦੇ 8 ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਉੱਪਰ ਇਕੱਠਿਆਂ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ। ਬਾਵਜੂਦ ਵਿਚਾਰਧਾਰਕ ਤੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਮਤਭੇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀਆਂ ਇਕਜੁੱਟ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਸਫਲਤਾਪੂਰਵਕ ਸੰਪੰਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਨੇ। ਸਿੱਖ ਯੂਥ ਸਟੇਜ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕਾਰਜਸ਼ੀਲ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਯੋਗਤਾ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਇਹ ਵਾਗਡੋਰ ਇਸ ਯੂਥ ਨੂੰ ਫੜਾ ਦੇਵੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਵਾਂਗੇ। ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਓ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ PTC। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।